All right, cool. I think it's recording. Yeah, it's recording. Okay. Yeah, so I call them zones as well. So I start on the day chart. I'm looking for my support and resistance. I call them reversal zones. And I'm gonna just go through and find them first, and then I'll point them out. It's just easier that way. And really, I just want to make sure I find one above current price, one below current price, and current price itself if current price is on a reversal zone. I don't need to find too much more. I could mark all the support and resistance down here, but price is right here right now, so that really doesn't matter too much. I like to put the rectangles right over the line. Doesn't need to be any really thicker than the line itself. Sometimes I see you guys, when you guys post in the interaction group your charts, your zones be taking up the whole screen. So go easy on the rectangles, y'all. And I'm finally gonna actually right after this webinar, I'm finally gonna upgrade to the bigger Zoom room so we can stop maxing out, can have room for more people. I know people are probably at work right now, so this one isn't gonna max out, but when I do webinars at night, that stuff gets maxed out quick. So I will get that done today. It's not as expensive as I thought. So this is the first thing I do, guys. This is honestly the hardest part, especially for beginners. If you can't see your support and resistance. So let me go ahead and point it out so that you guys can see why I chose these areas, and you let me know if you can see it. This isn't something I can really teach you. It's really just what your eyes see. So let me point out all these areas, basically where price turned around. So you see how the price is coming up, and then it rejected off of this area. That's what I'm looking for. So just areas where price turned around, all the pointy spots. Do you guys see that? Yo, it is Friday on 2 a.m. and we still maxed out. Do you guys see these areas? Why I chose these areas? Can I use pivots indicator to help with these points? I don't know anything about pivots indicator. I'm not an indicators fan. Where did I learn to trade? I learned to trade with trial and error. I started in IML back in February, and I didn't know any other traders, so I strictly had to learn through IML. So IML TV was my best friend. Trial and error was my best friend. The girl was on demo for 3 months. Cool. So this is the first thing I do. Super simple, right? Day chart, find my support and resistance. You guys can see why I chose these areas. There's another one right here I didn't point out. Yeah, the line chart makes it so much easier for you guys to see, so you guys don't have to cloud your judgment whether to use the wicks or the candles. So just wanted to make sure we pointed out those areas, what you saw. Now, Can somebody one more time, there's a lot more people on the call now. Can somebody post the Telegram group one more time? I'll love you forever. What kind of confirmations do you use before to trade? I'm walking us through exactly how I trade right now. So that was step one. That's the first thing. Now, the reason that I find these areas of support and resistance is people call them reversal zones, right? Or rejection zones. So I can expect for price to reject off of these areas. So I'm going to go over a scenario. Abel does this, pretty sure exactly the same. So let's go over if it's going to come up and if we are coming down towards the reversal zone. So if price is coming up towards a reversal zone, I'm expecting it to what? Reverse. I'm expecting it to reverse. It's kind of like a safety net, right? I'm expecting it to reverse. Now, absolutely, it can break through that zone. However, I will not trade it unless it breaks through, retest, and then I will get in. I think Abel says no retest, no entry, right? I don't trade these patterns though. I'm just explaining why we're making the zones. So the same thing goes for if it's dropping down, right? We're expecting it to reverse, right? Because it's going to hit a major reversal zone. So if you're in a sell, you want to make sure you secure profits if you see you're coming towards a reversal zone, because you don't know if it's going to reverse or if it's going to break through that reversal zone, okay? So this is like a safety. This is like a safety net. Does this make sense, guys? Yes, it can break through, but I would need to see a retest. So this is like a safety net. We're securing profits at the zone. We're securing profits, like a safety net. That's it. That's it. So I don't trade this pattern though. I'm just going over why we're finding these reversal zones. I trade from zone to zone. Cool. So the pattern that I trade, guys, is flags. If you guys are in IML, if you guys watch Stevenson Lindor, he trades strictly flags as well. So I'm going to show you guys these patterns in the market, and how my Telegram is strictly just flags, and I'll show you guys stuff that I'll post. So for instance, I'm going to show you guys, I'm just going to go through and mark up a bunch of flags that I see, and then I'm going to show you guys how I can help you be able to identify the flags as well, because we can all agree that trading is strictly patterns. Strictly patterns. I cannot teach you how to see the patterns. I can't train your eye, to be honest. But what I can do, I can guide you in a sense on how to do this. It's just consistency, that consistency. Yeah, it's Stevenson Lindor that does flags. He's very advanced. So right here, guys, I see a flag, and flags catch impulses, right? So if I would have posted this trade, I'm waiting for the breakout. I always say in my Telegram, no breakout, no entry. So this would have been a perfect flag. This we take profit at the zone. I trade from zone to zone. Last night this morning during London session, I posted this one, right? I took profit at the zone, but it did drop further. It's very easy for me to see the pattern. Let me show you guys really quick. There is a picture I had posted just flags. It was just an example of flags. So this is the pattern. This one right here, these 4 on the bottom are the patterns that I trade. Just so you guys can see. Ruben, the sell for UCAT already happened. Yeah, that one already prospered. I'm done for the day. I won't look at the charts again until next week. So, really quick, I'm just gonna run through the charts and show you guys a bunch of flags that I see, and then I'm gonna show you guys a tool that I teach to help you guys see the pattern as well. So flags usually happen right after an impulse. And what do I mean by impulse? It's just like a huge shot up or a huge shot down in the market. So the big moves, the volatile moves. I like to enter on the 15-minute chart and the 1 hour. For those of you guys that are curious, I am an intraday trader. So by now, I just have an eye for this. So I won't really go through any more. Do you guys see the flags? The reason they call them flags is because it's literally like, oh, can you guys please mute yourselves? It's like a pull and the flag. It literally looks like a flag. That's why they call them flags. So you time frame correlate start on daily. Yeah, I do the zones on the daily, and then I find my patterns on the 1 hour or the 15 minute. That's literally it. And I take profit at the I'll go over taking profit in a second. Okay, so I cannot teach you guys how to identify this pattern. I can point them out for you guys, and the way that I do in my Telegram, I'm always posting the flags that I currently see. But there is a tool out there. I'm not a fan of indicators, but this indicator does help you visually see flags a little bit better. Now, this is called, if you go to indicators, if you type Ichimoku, okay, now normally the Ichimoku cloud looks like this. Normally the Ichimoku cloud looks like this. It's a lot going on. I'm not a fan of it. So what I did, I removed the conversion line, the baseline, and the lagging span. So it's just the cloud itself. All right, it's just the cloud itself. Now what I noticed was whenever a flag forms, it enters the cloud. Whenever a flag forms, it's entering the cloud. So here is an example of UCAT entering the cloud. This is how I posted it on the Telegram. This is what I posted, right? I saw the flag going into the cloud. So what I teach you guys is for a sell, the candles are going to enter a red cloud. We're going to wait to enter. We need the candles to go into the cloud and then come out of the cloud and close. So a lot of you might have entered right here when this red candle closed under the red cloud, this one right here. That would have been a perfect entry for you guys. This entering anywhere right here for this drop, you guys would have had a perfect entry. So I say red candle, red cloud, sell. Now the opposite goes for a buy. If the candles are going towards the green cloud, you wait for a green candle to come out of the green cloud and you buy. And each one of these, we took it to the next zone. Yes, I see this did not go all the way into the cloud. That's why market structure is king. You always just have to go based on market structure first. I always say market structure first. For those of you that were waiting for that UCAD drop, you guys could have, I looked at this afterwards. I was sleeping when this spike happened. There was a green candle that closed above the green cloud. It was crazy. So people, we could have caught this. We could have caught this one as well. Let me just show you guys some examples. And I do this again, like I said, on the 1 hour and the 15 minutes. So this is the 15 minute. This one probably happened on the 1 hour. Yeah. Do you guys see red candle, red cloud? Let me move this out the way. Well, this was the gap. This was the gap. I actually had a sell stop order here. And as soon as market opened, it activated the order and I took profit at the zone. Does this make sense? So this is the only tool that I teach to help people visualize the flags a little bit easier. Let me go back to the 15. Oh, let me see if this, yeah. Where's this flag? Damn, I didn't draw them that far out, did I? Check it out. Green candle, green cloud. Green candle, green cloud. So you could have either held on from here and held on to that whole next zone, or you guys could have had several perfect entries for those impulses. So I catch impulses. I catch impulses. That's all we do. Let me go through some of the trades that I've posted just so you guys can see. I mean, obviously this was the before and the after. We catch impulses. This was before and after. This was last week. Perfect flag. This was a before and after. This was EJ. This was last week as well. Before and after. So I think you guys get the point. I think you guys can see the flag now when I point it out. The cloud is to help you guys be able to identify those flags on your own when I'm not posting the flags for you. So let me go over how I take profit really quick because that is important. All right. Let me get rid of the indicator. So if I wasn't using the cloud, I would have waited for a breakout of the consolidation. Does that make sense? I would have waited for a breakout of the consolidation. Now, the first take profit, because in this case we are selling. In this case we are selling. Think of the last webinar I was saying. Think of Beyonce's song where she says, "To the left, to the left." You're gonna enter and you're gonna look to the left, to the left. You're never gonna forget that now. You're gonna look to the left and you're gonna look for your previous low. If you're selling, you're gonna look for your previous low. You look to the left, to the left. Where's the next low? Right here. This is a low. Right? What do I mean by lows? Let me see. because I don't know what levels we're at of who's beginners, who's not. Um, here we go. This is the picture I always show. So we have our low, our high, a higher low because it's higher than the previous one, a higher high because it's higher than the previous one, higher low, higher high. Same exact thing, but just the opposite for a downturn. We have a high, a lower high because it's lower than the previous high, a low because it's lower than the previous low, lower high, lower low. Does that make sense? That's what I mean by low. So if I draw it like that, maybe it's a little bit clearer. This is the low. If I look to the left, this is the nearest low. So my take profit 1 is always going to be at the previous low when I'm selling. My next CP is at the reversal zone. Does this make sense? I want to make sure everybody follows that. A lot of people, I get a lot of messages where to take profit. Yeah, like Beyonce. No, I don't make any changes to the indicator other than removing most of the actual indicator. I place my buy and sell stops right outside of the consolidation, below any wick. Could you show where you place your swing high to low when you sometimes use fibs on the top of your flags? Yeah. The confirmation for trade entry, red candle, red cloud if you're utilizing the cloud, or green candle, green cloud. You need to wait for a candle to close, but really you can clearly see a breakout of the consolidation. Like for instance here, there's this candle that clearly came out of the consolidation. It was a what's the word? It was an aggressive push out, and it closed outside. It wasn't like a wick. It wasn't a fake out. Do you twin trade take profits? Sometimes not really. Sometimes not really. So let me show you guys the same thing for the buy. For this one over here, this flag, because this was a flag as well, right? This one, the zone was pretty close, so you could have just taken profit at the zone, but I would look to the left to see where my previous high is. I will come all the way over. I'll keep going until I see where the closest high is to that current price. Jeez, I don't think UTAG's been this high in a minute. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep scrolling, but I think you guys get the point. Like for instance, for this one, let me show you guys EJ because that was a buy. Oh, there's my IG and my Facebook. If you want to follow me, you know what I'm saying. I follow back. This was EJ. This was the flag that we saw on EJ. So I want to show you guys. We entered perfectly here. We entered perfectly here. I can show you the fibs on this one as well. Let me delete all this. All right. So because flags form after impulses and it gives you another impulse, fibs is really easy when it comes to flags. So what I'm going to do, let me zoom in. I'm going to measure the impulse and I'm going to go with momentum. This was a impulse to the upside, right? It was an impulse up. So from the very bottom of the wick, the very, very bottom, I'm just measuring the impulse, right? So I'm just measuring this huge buy from the very bottom of the wick to the top of the wick, right? Let me pull it out so you guys can see the numbers. And I have my 50 and my 618 highlighted on fibs. Those are the only levels that I'll trade when I use fibs. So I told you guys to buy literally right after I saw this reversal pattern off of the 618. And if you guys go to my Telegram, I have a recording on fibs. I go over fibs like more in detail, but fibs is super simple as well. Fibs is super simple. Now, after we entered, we looked to the left and our first take profit was at this previous high. There's a lot of, this is just a lot of consolidations of this. This is a high, this is a high, whatever you want to call that. So this was the previous high, this was take profit 1. And then the next take profit was at the next high. This is why I chose this one. This next high. This was a 75 pip trade. I posted this in Abel's trade ideas as well because it was just so beautiful. This was really easy. This was an easy setup. Yes, I am recording this. For the flag, when you're drawing trend line, do you do it? Have to be a proper trend line, like 2 touches of the candle body? That's over analyzing. I promise trading isn't that hard where you have to really think about that. I just wait for the breakout. I don't care how many touches it has. Thank you, Leanne. Leanne just posted my Telegram. So this one, let me see if the cloud, yeah, look, green candle, green cloud. How do you determine EP breakout? I just put a buy stop or a sell stop right under the consolidation. So for instance, on this trade, I will draw the flag. I will draw right over the flag. And I would have set, as it's coming down, I would have set my sell stop, or my buy stop in this case, right above this wick from the consolidation. But in this case, I saw a reversal pattern on the 618 down here. So I got the perfect entry off of fib. So let's say you had your buy stop order up here. As it's consolidating down, you can always move it closer. But this is just how, I can't really teach that. That's really just your eyes. Yes, this is recorded. Let me show you guys the 2 reversal patterns that I use. I only trade railroads and engulfing, also known as like morning star, evening stars. This is the only pattern that I'll trade off of fibs. No. What I'm showing you guys is all I do. This is all I do. I don't know what regression trend is. I don't need to complicate it to go any further than what I've already showed you. Can you see the, yeah. So this is, if I see this pattern right off of the 618 on fibs, then I'll enter. Also, if I see this, the railroad pattern is literally just two candles side by side of each other that are like the same size. That's what I got on EJ, if you guys see. It was like 3 of them. Railroad. I'll post a recording in my Telegram. And that's really it, guys. That's literally how I trade. That's literally how I trade. I don't make it any more complicated than that. Just flags. Flags and channels, those are my go-tos. And somebody had said in another group, they were like, they made a comment like, oh, I don't blame you for going for the flags. Those are the easy setups or like the safe setups. And I just like thought to myself, why would you want to go for the hard ones? This isn't gambling, guys. You're going to want to go for the obvious setups. You want to go for the easy ones. This is easy money to be made. No, you really don't need to use fibs. It really is up to, it depends on your eye. I can see fibs. I see fibs with market structure. Fibs lines up with previous structure. But a lot of people love fibs, so to each is their own. Yeah, why would you want to complicate things? So when somebody said that, I was just like, I mean, if you want to, whatever. So hopefully this will help you guys. If you guys are in my Telegram, and if I post something, I usually post it with the cloud because I know most people utilize the cloud. So you guys will know what I'm doing. Like when I posted this, people clearly knew that they were waiting for a red candle to close under the red cloud, and TP was at the zone. Simple. Simple. Once I'm 25 pips in profit, I do trail my stop. So I caught the whole move. It was very fast. Let me go through some more just so you guys can see and you guys can utilize. Like for instance, this gold setup, we're looking for the flag to enter the cloud, right? And we're looking for a green candle to close above the green cloud. TP1 right here at the previous high, TP2 up here. I believe we secured profits early on this one though. I always update you guys. This one, we're waiting for it to enter the red cloud. Red candle, red cloud, TP down here. So hopefully you guys can take advantage a little bit better. Ooh, look at that. Your girl just got paid. That Paylution. Y'all check your emails, that Paylution hit. Yeah, so hopefully you guys can utilize when I post a setup, you guys can understand it a little bit better, what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for. You guys can see that they all look the same. It's never going to change, guys. It's never going to change. Why I got to make it more complicated? It's never going to change. But other than that, guys, that's really it. Do you guys want to look at certain things? I really didn't look at the market this week. I always take L's during NFP, so I try to stay away. December is really slow as well. So, hey, Jazz, because you don't know how long the flag is going to be? Do you wait for a candlestick pattern or the breakout, as the pattern will often come before the breakout? Um, Oftentimes flags does not coordinate with fibs. So whichever one happens, use both. Use both as a confirmation. Like for instance, this one right here, I can already tell this was a fib level for sure. Look, I don't even have to use this. I can see it. This was a fib level. I could see it. So whatever happens first, whatever works for you. The recording will be in my Telegram. I will post it as soon as it's done loading. Can we one day have that Zoom you mentioned you would do where you previewed the market to narrow down which pairs to focus on for the week? Oh, I think you're talking about like my process. So my process, guys, my personal process of trading for the week is Sunday nights I watch Stevenson Lindor and Kim Torres um, on IML TV. My process, I mark up all the charts on Sunday. I mark up every single chart. And then I watch Stevenson Lindor and Kim Torres. I'm naturally actually a swing trader, but I trade intraday. So I can mark up swing trades, but I trade intraday. I hope that makes sense. So I mark up my charts. I watch Stevenson Lindor and Kim Torres. The ones that they agreed with my markups, I'll keep them. The ones that they didn't agree, like that didn't match up, I'll delete them. And then on Monday morning, I'll run through all the charts to see which ones have began to play out the way that I charted them to play out. The ones that did, I'll leave them. The ones that did not, I will get rid of them. That leaves me with only like 3 to 5 pairs to stick with for the week, for the swing. And I can usually catch like 3 to 4 intraday trades off of one swing trade, if that makes sense. Like a swing trade, it could be like 200 to 300 pips, and I will catch every single flag on its way down or up. So yeah, that's my process. It's a little complicated. It's a long process, but that's just my way. The ones that start to go in the direction that I had marked it up to be. The ones that start to play out. How many pips do you trail your stop loss? Once I'm 25 pips in profit, I'll put my stop loss 5 pips in profit. And then I just let it rock. I don't really move it from there. Because my trades hit pretty quick. I catch the impulse. This was a 2-hour trade, 75 pips, so I really don't need to do much. Yeah, on Sundays I mark up swing trades. Mark up swing trades. So it's kind of a complicated process. I find the swing trade and I catch the intradays throughout the swing. But yeah, if I was to record that, I don't know how I would do it because it's not just like a 1 hour thing. It's like a 2-day thing. I trade wherever I see the flag. But I've noticed that my flags usually break out during London and New York. New York session is my session. I love New York session. Thank you guys. I'm glad that you guys got value. There's my Telegram link for you guys. I'm gonna do 2 webinars tomorrow as well. My trainings are usually on something different. The last training, it was just naked charts and fibs. It was very quick. But other than that, guys, is there a way to find out which pairs currencies move best in what markets? Flags are on everything, guys, even crypto. Even crypto. Commodities, flags are on everything. I love flags. They're everywhere. Yes, I did record the last training. It's on my Telegram already. If you guys just kind of scroll through, you'll find it. But other than that, guys, I'll let you go. If you go to my Telegram, I'll make a post right now. I'll put the link because I have the regular channel here where it's just me. And then I have a interaction group called Team Swizzy. I have an interaction group here as well where people talk amongst each other regarding the flags and everything. So if you're one that likes to interact, I'll put the link in here soon. But it's so crazy. A month ago, guys, I was at like 700 subscribers, and this thing grows every single day. So thank you guys so much. Other than that, guys, I will let you go. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I will open the Zoom up to allow more than 100 people so we can stop maxing out. But otherwise, guys, like I always say at the end of my webinar, you've just been schooled by Jasmine, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.